Hello, and a very warm welcome to my channel. This morning, we give you a piece of breaking news from Star magazine titled, "Harry Tells All, Secrets Can Make Royal Turmoil." As Harry and Meghan build a new life far from palace eyes, the rebellious prince is ready to spill more family secrets. Prince Harry was ready to share his feelings with the world. In a heart-rending interview in 2017, he opened up about how his grief over his mother, Princess Diana's tragic death in a car crash in Paris in 1997, haunted him for decades. The loss had brought him to the brink of breakdown, he said, until he finally turned to therapy in his late 20s. Now, as he approaches another emotional milestone, sources exclusively tell Star that Harry's prepared to reveal even more in a documentary series set to premiere in September when he turns 36, the very age Diana was when she died. The program, which Harry co-created and produced, will ostensibly focus on mental health. It's a cause that's close to his heart, given his struggles and those of Diana, who suffered from depression, an insider reveals. But as he encourages others to get help, the prince won't hold back. He's going to make the series as personal as possible, says the insider. Once again, the prince's touchy-feely side is rubbing some in the royal family the wrong way. The project was already in the works before Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, stepped down from their official duties and decamped to Los Angeles in March. And given his impending exit from the firm, he didn't seek approval from the palace. Harry briefly mentioned the documentary to his family, but they don't know the details, spills the source. And his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, Dad Prince Charles, and brother Prince William are none too pleased. Harry's decision to tell all also comes at a sensitive time, the pal adds. After clashing with the family for so long, he'd gotten his relationships back on track, but this could stir things up again. Harry does have the full support of one person, however, his wife. Meghan's encouraging him to talk even more about his feelings and Diana in the documentary, dishes the source. She doesn't believe in the whole stoic, stiff upper lip way he was brought up. If the family disagrees, she figures that's their problem. In the meantime, Harry and Meghan have been dealing with problems of their own as they continue their bumping transition to life in America. Currently renting an $18 million mansion in Beverly Hills from actor-director Tyler Perry, the couple was reportedly forced to hire Hollywood security guru Gavin DeBecker, whose A-list clients include Tom Hanks and Jeff Bezos, for a reported $8,700 a day, after camera drones came within 20 feet of the property, apparently trying to snap photos of them and their son Archie. They're horrified and frightened, the insider spills. They were totally unprepared for this kind of intrusion. In fact, Harry's so shaken, he's been confiding his woes to William. Ever the big brother, William's advised him to move, a second source reveals, or even return to London. That plea is likely to fall on deaf ears. Sure, Harry was naive and had unrealistic expectations, but he refuses to give up on his new life, says the insider. With other film and TV projects on hold due to the coronavirus, he and Meghan are trying to make the best of their life under lockdown by focusing on their charity initiatives and doting on Archie, who turned 1 in May. Not to mention, Harry has more juicy stories to share about the breaking away and starting over. Before leaving England, he and Meghan reportedly gave an interview to a British journalist for a new biography of the rogue royals, Finding Freedom, due out on August 11th. Harry didn't expect so many obstacles, but he accepts that it will take some time to adjust, the source says. He has no regrets. It has also been reported that Prince Harry has recently struck up an unlikely friendship with Hollywood actress Liza Minnelli, who is helping him find his footing after leaving his royal life behind. It is believed the cabaret star reached out to the prince because of a good relationship with his late mother, Princess Diana. The pair met a number of times during the 1990s, and they were pictured enjoying drinks together at a charity film premiere for Minnelli's film Stepping Out in 1991. A source close to the family said that Harry had struggled with the transition to life in America, which was made harder by the coronavirus lockdown. A friend said Liza reached out because she was close to Diana and offered her support. She's been dealing with paparazzi for years and knows the fame game. Meanwhile, according to Daily Mail, Meghan Markle has moved her mother, Doria Ragland, into the €8 million mansion she and Prince Harry are renting in Los Angeles. It is reported that Doria, a former social worker, is acting as an unofficial nanny to one-year-old grandson Archie and to help the couple out as they find their feet in the United States. The Duke and Duchess are understood to be looking to buy the home in the famous 90210 zip code, which is complete with granny annex for Doria to live in. The source told Sun, Doria has her own quarters, and whilst a few of Harry's chums have been ribbing him about living with his mother-in-law, he has a brilliant relationship with her. Another source added that Meghan wants to keep her mother close as she is her rock, and now doesn't trust many people outside of an immediate circle of family and friends. Since moving to California, Meghan has been unfortunately dragged into best friend Jessica Mulroney's race row after threatening a black social media influencer in an argument over white privilege. But Meghan Markle is said to be absolutely mortified with her best friend's tone-deaf threats and can no longer be associated with her. But many fans slammed Meghan for that. One said, if this is true, is Meghan's reputation and role as a social justice warrior so important that she would give up a friend rather than retain the friendship, support her, and have an adult conversation about how she could have done things differently? Meghan seems to drop people too easily rather than help them see the error of their ways and retain their friendship. She's going to have no one left at this rate. Another fan replied, but that is her motto, mess up and you're out. Mulroney is only where she is today because of her public friendship with Meghan. I don't know what she did, but she has consistently apologized to deaf ears. We can all learn something new about racism and make changes. Meghan could have easily stepped in to educate and work with Mulroney. That's what you do when you care about friends. Another added, I've been trying to think of a word that describes being a friend no matter what. It's escaped me. Though trials and tribulations comes in a close second. It would show Meghan in a better light if she stuck by her friend. Meghan doesn't see very far ahead. Everything is in the heat of the moment. Meghan is just being Meghan. Once you are of no use to her for her image or career, you are cast aside. Harry had better watch his step, as his time is coming soon once she has a foot inside a studio. Meanwhile, the second wrote, I knew it. Chuck her overboard. No further use. Certainly can't have the best BFF cast a shadow on Hollywood's leading actress. Loyalty? Nah, that's so yesterday. Completely so predictable. I mean, Kate offended her, so she swept her husband up into her carpet bag and landed in Hollywood. Jessica was a nasty piece of work, and Archie's favorite babysitter, but that was then. This is now. A user agreed and said, I'm not sure why Meghan has to issue a statement every time something happens. This was nothing to do with her. She could and should have kept quiet. Now, in socially distancing herself, she's made herself part of this unedifying mess. Markle seems to forget that Mulroney helped her snag Harry. If she had any guts, she would defend her best friend publicly. But everyone knows she is two-faced and a friend of no one. However, the next fan wrote, someone once told me, a wise old person, that if at the end of your life you can count all the true friends you ever had on the fingers of one hand, the untrue friends do not matter and were easily forgotten. But I was lucky. Unfortunately, all those true friends are gone now. That was Meg's very best friend. Some friend Meg's turned out to be. Usually, you stand by your best friend, and that doesn't mean you take sides, but it doesn't mean you drop your longtime friend who's helped you many times. I am very disappointed in Meg's. She uses people and then throws them away. It's quite sad, really. And the last fan said, Meghan does not support anyone other than herself. She can't even be there for her father. So this is no surprise, and is the reason she is disliked so much. Her hypocrisy and everything. I am black, and I have an old white friend. She sometimes says the worst things about my race, but I love her. and she is always there for me and would drop anything in a heartbeat for me. Love her, warts and all. For me, I think that the British royal family must be so relieved that Markle left. These teenage dramas are disgraceful, even if it were teenagers, and even if it was taking place in a parallel universe where an urge for fame and money overshadows everything, even dignity and common sense. Most of the time, it's a narcissistic person who does this. The more you do for them, the less respect you get, and you try harder and harder to please them. They keep raising the bar, and then finally, when you've given your all, they drop you or ghost you. Nice work, Meghan. And you? What do you all think about Megs? Please let me know in the comment section below so we can discuss. If you enjoyed my video, please like and share it for anyone interested. And subscribe to the Sussex Daily News version 2 to get more news from my team. Now, have a nice day and see you in the next videos. Bye.